Says he could not believe his eyes Thursday morning.
First thing we just saw was a few officers with ballistic shields and rifles just moving along the side of the building towards the front. A lot of vehicles and trailers pulling in all at the same time.
Officials loaded racks and boxes of guns into the black trailer that you see in this video. ATF officials could not confirm the reason for the federal warrant.
Everyone, welcome back. Welcome to everyone new. We have got a pretty important video today, but before we get started, Zydex has sponsored this video. Look, most of us are gamers out there. I do my fair share of Call of Duty when I'm not working, and Zydex are one of the best operating systems out there. They have lifetime warranties on all parts and labor. That means that if your GPU with a manufacturer blows up at 13 months, past the usual 1-year date, they cover it. All Zydex systems are built in SLC, UT with only US technical support. Zydex also specializes in customization. From custom LEDs, laser etching, and paint, they have you covered. Zydex also strives to provide the best price on your system, even in times of high demand. So there's gonna be a link below the video. Go check them out and get you a great operating system. All right, everyone, this is a very important conversation. I have consulted my own attorney for this conversation that I'm about to have. I wanted to know the truth as far as what the ATF is legitimately able to do. Now, just so everybody is clear here, my attorney does business law, and he also specializes in firearms. So anything having to do with the ATF, he is very knowledgeable and has many years dealing with this stuff. So I just figured that I would share the information that he gave me because it's pretty important, and it's pretty important for all of us law-abiding citizens to know exactly what the ATF can legally do and what they can't. So the ATF shows up at your door. Probably not the best situation in the world. We would pretty much rather see anyone else there. But with all these new rules coming out with the ATF and us not really giving a fuck about them, unfortunately, there are going to be a lot more door-to-door house calls. Why is that? Why would the ATF want to go to a law-abiding American's house just because they made a rule about it? I mean, seriously, let's ask a question here. You're going to someone's house, let's say for a solvent trap or for a pistol AR that's got a brace on it. What is the reasoning for you going to their house? Oh, the ATF doesn't know? Okay, well, I'll give you the answer. It's because of a what if. Y'all at the ATF have some weird way of thinking to where you think, what if this guy with this pistol brace somehow like hides it in his jacket and then like kills people with it? That's just stupid. As I've said before, there's no advantage to having a pistol brace on a shorter AR pistol platform. It's still semi-automatic. Yes, it's smaller, but a couple inches, I mean, you gotta be with a really big chick for that to matter. I'm talking like 6'8". So really, to understand this better, we've got to kind of break this down into two categories here. We've got our NFA items, and then we've got our non-NFA items. And some of you may read the Constitution and say, well, I don't see that in there. You are damn right. What the hell is an NFA? So let's start with the first category here. Non-NFA items. So some of the stuff that you see on my wall right now. No suppressors, no short-barreled rifles, no newly an NFA item, pistol braces, all of that.
Stabilizing brace, which is depicted here, when attached here, it turns this weapon into an automatic weapon. It becomes a bump stock. And so it will allow that to essentially be fired like an automatic weapon. That's the danger.
Is the ATF allowed to come in and say, hey, we need to inspect what you have? The legal answer is no. This is what my attorney told me. If they do not have a signed warrant saying that they are allowed to come in and essentially search everything in your house, you do not have to let them in. They're a civilian at that point. Now, that is a very strong statement, but let me explain it. If a person of the law comes to you in a way that is not the law, they are a civilian. Let me repeat that. If they do not come as the law in a legal manner, they are a civilian. It would be the same as if some random fucking person came up to your house and said, hey, you know what? I want to inspect your guns. The answer is no. Go get a warrant. Now, here's one of the biggest misconceptions of the firearms industry. If you do have an NFA item, for example, a suppressor, a decent amount of people think that the ATF can just show up whenever they want and they can just come through your house and look at all your stuff and call it a day. Take what they want. Wrong. When you filled out your forms for your NFA item, there's nothing on the ATF Form 1 and there is nothing on the ATF Form 4 that says that you waive your Fourth Amendment right. Now, that being said, if you have an FFL, you are subject to a random inspection once a year. Now, we've seen this on video where an ATF agent went to do their inspection and they were just taking pictures of all of the clients who bought whatever gun in that shop. Extremely illegal. But once again, the ATF is lawless and they answer to no one. So that being said, how can the civilians of this country combat this? There is one particular way that I hope everyone really takes seriously. There are companies out there that make doorbells with cameras in them. They record everything that's going on your front porch. Invest in one because you don't know if you are going to be the next person. And without evidence, you're screwed. The ATF's word is going to be bigger than yours.